Today's commentary is going to be about what you see is dependent on where you are looking from. Where you're looking from emotionally, psychologically, intellectually, physically, geographically, socially, culturally. What you see is based and contingent on where you're looking from. So it's a matter of perspective. For example, right now, you're looking at an image, the facade of a body-mind action figure, a separate looking individual. What I see from this perspective is something different. From what I see internally is more than just this figure. My ears extend awareness beyond the limits of my body to the rainfall outside and the wind blowing in the chimes. My vision takes me beyond the confines of this form to the outside, to the marina, to the boat basin, and the homes on the other side, to walls and paintings and mirrors on the walls of this inner house. And when the inner narrative of toning stops, there is simply awareness, simply seeing, simply hearing, no identity involved. In here, simply awareness. But from your perspective, it's an individual talking and clearly expressing this individual's personal experience, subjective experience. It has nothing to do with you, everything to do with this individual. Internally, what I am experiencing as a biological form, the hearing, the seeing, the breathing, the bodily sensations, is what you are experiencing on your side of the screen, sitting in your chair, looking at this screen, and looking around you, your immediate environment. And you too have awareness expand beyond the confines of your body-mind action figure. One of the interesting aspects of awareness is that it doesn't speak. So what you are hearing is in fact this form's interpretation of pure consciousness, which is everywhere. Spaciousness, which is everywhere. The essential stillness, which is everywhere. Not just here, but around me. The essential present moment, the essential spaciousness and stillness that contains all phenomena, physical and mental. And that spaciousness around here is around you as well. One can develop a bifurcated awareness, a sort of split screen awareness, where you can be aware of the subjective perspective and you can be aware of an absolute larger global perspective. And you access subjective or global by where you pay attention. You don't have to take this talking head's comments for the truth of it. You can examine your own experience. You can examine, become aware of the stillness and the silence within you. That is pure consciousness. There is a recognition of being present in the present moment as presence. What you see, however, is just a figure standing here, sitting here, mute, staring at the camera. Don't focus attention on the image, focus the attention on your bodily sensations, your experiential understanding on your side of the screen. It's a matter of perspective, what you see, what you understand. And what awareness allows this action figure to do, it allows awareness to become aware of the action figure's beliefs, assumptions, expectations, yearnings and desires and aspirations and fears, And one can look at these beliefs and assumptions and expectations and question them and manage them. And by managing them, it means understanding that these beliefs, assumptions, expectations are illusory, not real. And you can ask yourself, is this assumption true? Is this belief true? Do you recognize it as being simply a belief, not a reality? Awakening awareness, aware of itself, is silent. But you cannot tell by looking at this form whether I am aware or delusional. And I can't tell whether you, viewer, are aware or delusional. But you can find out what's what for yourself by recognizing that whatever is said always has a layer of, is illusory, therefore has a layer of bullshit in it. Always has a little trace of bullshit. It's rather an extreme comment to make, because we do have the needs and requirements of dealing on a social level, interacting with other individuals. And that's why there are rules of the game, codes of conduct, rules of etiquette, common courtesies. Watch where you are looking from. Be aware of what you are looking from and through. Every belief, every assumption, every expectation is sort of like a prism, P-R-I-S-M. And actions come into one side of that prism and get refracted out like light, like the prism refracts light. In comes the conduct, hits the belief system, and it gets refracted. In comes the conduct, the event, hits the assumption, and out comes the refraction, the dispersion. What you see is contingent on where you are looking from. And by noting the happening hitting the prism and being dispersed, the dispersal can be, I'm terribly disappointed, it's exactly what I thought, it's better than I thought, better than I expected, as good as I expected, worse than I expected. The significance here is understanding by managing your awareness of your beliefs, expectations, fears, sorrows, pain, suffering, aspirations, relationships. By managing these and understanding they are not real, they are refracting systems, you have a way of measuring and recognizing how you are the author of your own disappointment, unhappiness, and suffering. This doesn't mean that you have to get rid of beliefs or assumptions or expectations. You just need to learn not to hold on to them as if they were true and real. Recognize them for approximations. And then wait for the reality of the event to come to see what actually happens. This form is a PRISM prism, taking all events and refracting it through our beliefs, our assumptions, our expectations, our fears, our joys, our hopes. Hold on too tightly to any of that and risk and suffer disappointment, pain, and suffering. Relax the grip, relax the tension in your life, release unhappiness. What you see depends on where you are looking from. Become aware of that. Not for my sake, for your sake.